everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the Quarter Life Happy Hour in 2021. Davita Joe here. I hope everybody had a safe and fun New Year's Eve. I for sure had a fun New Year's Eve. I can't promise anything about safe, but, I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. We're here for another episode, and I'm so happy to be joined by my special guest today. I've got two in the house. I've got a fan favorite, a popular one. I've got Kate back. What's up, girl?
Hello! It's good to be back.
Amazing.
I love hearing myself talk, so always good to be on the pod.
You're like, let's bring me back. I love the show. I love listening to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of love myself anyway.
Yes.
That's on growth, girl.
Period.
Love that for you.
Right?
Love that for you. Everybody take a drink if you're listening. Awesome. And then my second guest I'm super excited. I am actually meeting her for the very first time. I love having people on my show and I'm like meeting them for the first time when we record. So this is like natural and cute and I already love you. So I've got Kate's new girlfriend, Casey, in the house.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I've never done this before, so it's very much new to me.
Don't be scared at all. Like, don't be like intimidated at all.
I'm a little nervy.
Yeah, it's a little, at first it's very like, oh, what the hell? This is what I sound like?
Yeah.
I'm still like that. I'm like, oh, ew, this is what I do? Like, why? But it comes naturally, I guess. I don't know. Ask Kate. She enjoys it, clearly.
It's like because me, Davita, and Katie usually come on a lot, and then we just, like, talk like we're hanging out, and I'm like, oh, right, we're, like, recording
oh,
this.
right. Like, what we're saying is documented
Yeah.
for future reference. I listen back on episodes, and I'm just like, oh my god, I said that out loud to people. Wow.
Right?
That's crazy. But guys, welcome. Welcome to Happy Hour. I am doing sober January, so I will not be drinking this entire month. I am holding everyone, except for John's birthday, which is on Wednesday, but I will not be drinking in January. So Happy Hour isn't canceled because we're still happy. It's just not alcohol-induced happy, if you know what I mean.
It's sober happy.
It's sober happy, because that's real, right? I mean, after New Year's, I don't know if it is real for me. I think I'm just traumatized. But how was your guys' New Year's? How was that for everyone?
It was really good. It was very much more low-key this year than every other year in my life, but I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah, I feel like, New Year's, I have a lot of opinions about New Year's, honestly. I rarely have a good New Year's, just because I think it's so overhyped, and there's like this like pressure for it to be like the best night ever, and just for a lot of things to happen. So you just maybe this is just me, and maybe this is just on alcoholism, but I just get so fucked up to the point where I'm just chaotic. So it just is never like good and memorable because I don't remember it, and I think that's the way for a lot of people too. Like, I mean, considering it's also usually really expensive, not this past year, of course, because nothing was open, but there's always that expectation that you have to spend like $200 for a hotel room, and then another $100 to get into its private party, and I've done that, I've made that mistake. So what about you guys? Like, what are your guys' opinions on New Year's?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Okay, so it's not my favorite holiday. I never partied in high school, so it was just kind of like whatever to me. And then when I got to college, when I started a party, it was like fun, but my parents never let me sleep over anywhere because they were kind of strict. So I would like party, and then I would go home at like 2, and everyone else would have these like fun memories, then get breakfast the next morning and have to meet them somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, it was like fun, but yeah, also just, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know, I've never blacked out before.
Still?
In my life.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I do get pretty,
I'm over here like, oh my god, you're a national treasure, let me touch you. Maybe you're like, the goodness of your heart will like come to me. But yeah,
that's like my one flex. But so I've never like not remembered a New Year's, but some of them I like are very unmemorable. So that's just me.
Yeah. What about you, Casey?
See, I always loved New Year's. Like, New Year's and Halloween are my favorites.
Halloween's dope. I'll give you that, yeah.
I feel like New Year's reminds me of, like, my birthday, but, like, it's not all about me. It's about, like, everyone celebrating, so it's just, like, a good time.
Yeah.
And, like, I do feel the pressure, too. Sometimes I'm like, oh, like, it needs to be amazing. Like, it's New Year's, da-da-da-da-da. But, like, I feel like I would always go out of my way to make sure it was amazing. Like, just, like, plan in advance so I'd have, like, good plans. So I always liked it. Like I've had when I was like, she was like, oh, we're gonna talk about New Year's and like good and bad ones, and I was like, I don't know if I've ever had like a bad New Year's.
Really?
Like,
Oh my god, I don't think I've ever had a good one. This is great.
yeah, just always having a good time. You know?
That's good. No, that's really good because I think that means you take the good in those types of chaotic situations, which is a really great quality. What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay. That makes sense why you like New Year's then.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, very much so.
Amazing. And it also makes sense, Libras, yes.
Right? Libras and
That makes
Leos,
sense.
that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
That is good.
Showing
No.
out every New Year's. Like, it has to be perfect.
That's why you like, I love it. Your Instagram, just the aesthetic goes so hard. And I'm just like, that's a
Thank
total
you.
Leo thing. It's great. But, okay, well, we're going to talk briefly about just like past New Year's, any like memorable ones that we have. I don't even know where to even begin with that for me personally because okay, so there was this one New Year's. It was going into 2018, I believe. So me and my best friend Taylor decided it was a genius idea to go to do the hotel and the private party thing. That's what basically like ruined New Year's for me. So we decided to do that. And it was just kind of like a process, like getting the wristbands, getting the tickets, like checking in, finding our friends, because we had a bunch of other friends. I wouldn't even actually say friends. They were more like acquaintances. I was fucking one of the guys, and like I'm really good friends with the other guy, so it was just like one of those, like, this is weird. But, you know, we were trying to find those guys, and like we were trying to decide who to hang out with, because it was just really me and her, and we couldn't find anyone else to chill with. And for me personally, I'm always just like, all right, who am I making out with at midnight? Like, stranger or not, there's going to be someone. But the problem was I was kind of dating someone, like loosely dating.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't like, it was like an exclusive thing. Like, I guarantee you he was porking someone on New Year's Eve. And it wasn't me. So I was like, who can I find? So at this point, I'm like, I'm a kind of a little bit of a simp at this point. I was really simping for the guy I was like hooking up with. Big mistake, because he sucks. But I was like trying to like, you know, like drunkenly like, you know, make my move on him. And then he was just like, don't you have a boyfriend? I was like, no. Who told you that lie? Meanwhile, the guy I'm actually like talking to was like calling me. I'm like, who's that? Like, I don't know. And that's just, I don't know, maybe that's just some commitment issues. But I was just like, what do I do with this situation? So I, like, remember drunkenly going up to Taylor before midnight. I'm like, is it cheating if I kiss him? And then she's like, Davida. I'm like, we're not dating. Like I don't know the problem. And then I blacked out before midnight, so I don't even know if I did. I don't think I did, because I remember crying the rest of the night. So I don't, that's another thing of mine. I think it's my Scorpio moon. I realized I'm a Scorpio moon.
I have a Scorpio moon too!
That makes so much sense.
Right? Doesn't it? I hate it so much.
Because you know your moon sign comes out when you're drunk.
Really?
That's a thing.
God, I
I'm a
hate
Libra
that.
moon.
Yeah.
So, like, I become her.
Yeah. So it makes sense. So whatever your moon sign is, people look it up, because that's who you are. That is your drunk alter ego. And it blows my mind how much it made sense, because as a Scorpio, like, I'm super, like, emotional and a little bit chaotic. Makes sense. And I'm also very, like, sexualized. I literally point at someone. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you. Let's go. Period. That's just what I do. And so that was kind of one of my New Year's. I don't know. Every New Year's after that is just like, I just get too messed up. Like another one, the year after, that's when Polish dude was in Poland or whatever. So I was just sad.
Aww.
And I was just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? So again, I black out before midnight. I just think I need to go into New Year's not being sad. Because I think that's my problem.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's that. Good New Year's. I probably didn't have one after 21. I'm gonna be honest. Like I think my peak New Year's were like when I was like 19, like at a church party.
Oh.
Isn't that wholesome?
Right. Well, mine are I have some pitiful ones. I was telling Casey in the car on the way here, because, you know, we wanted to prep a little bit.
Yes.
But, this one time I was in high school, I think this was senior year, and I never partied in high school, and, like, me and my friends, who also didn't really party, we were, like, looking for anything. and we found this thing in Hoffman Estates,
Mhm.
which was like pretty far for us. And I had like social anxiety and anxiety in general,
Yeah.
which I didn't really even know about back then. But anyways, we were at Panda Express like looking for something, and I started to like panic. And then instead of going to the party and like putting myself out there, I literally went home at like 10
no.
p.m. and
Wait.
and I was like in my room, like just by myself, and my brother was out, and my brother's like 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, damn. Like I'm upset. So
Yeah.
that was that New Year's.
Some people get really sad on New Year's because it's like the end of a year, or it's like they have a really big attachment to like all the things that progress in that year. It's like new changes kind of scare people a little bit, so that's why they're kind of like, oh fuck, what's
Yeah.
next?
Definitely.
Right?
I feel like it's either or. It's like people are really happy about the new year because the past year sucked, or they're like, oh, this past year was like the best year of my life. Like, I'm not trying to like let go yet. I've definitely been in both situations.
For sure. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just another day. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like
Literally.
life changes. It's not like, you know, like every problem, every like social problem is like solved. It's not like COVID's gone. Like, it's just another day.
Yeah,
But
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of people take it as if like it's a fresh start. I know that's what a lot of people use, but at the end of the day, it's just another day.
Yeah, especially with like quarantine, corona, like every day feels the same kind of. So with New Year's especially, it was even more weird because I feel like it's more like unsettled and like there's more people celebrating. So with it just being like another day,
Yeah.
made it even more weird for me this year. But
I think people are just like trying to. Well, 2020 did suck, but I think 2021, like, most of us are hoping that COVID is going to start diminishing soon. So, like, I think it was just like a next step. Like, we're out of 2020 into 2021, more hope. Like,
yeah.
good vibes.
Yeah. I think more people are just more optimistic in general. I mean,
Yeah.
the vaccine's out. Things will hopefully start getting back to, like, normal-ish. But I've just seen a lot of people be more positive and, like, you know how we all were at the end of 2019, man. We were all just like, 2020 is going to be the shit. Like, I thought 2019 was, like, the worst year ever, yo. Like,
yeah.
Yes.
the things that happened that year, I would absolutely, like, do all over again to, like, just avoid
Yeah.
everything that happened in 2020. So I'm hoping with this new year, I mean, it's already a little better, I guess, but I mean...
It cannot get any worse.
It-
It can't get any worse.
See, that's the problem. I started off 2020, like, at kind of a low point, and then, so it's just like, okay, it could only go up from here, right? I just didn't know how low it could go.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think we all hit a new rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like, within the span from March to December.
I think that's what we all have in common at this point.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, yeah, that's New Year's. I mean, I enjoy it. I like dressing up. I just always find myself buying a new outfit for it for no reason. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's just me there, but that's really the only holiday that kind of stresses me out in that way. Even Valentine's Day, I'm just like...
For outfits, you mean? Or like...
in general.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
But outfits especially, too, because you, like, want to look your best.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, no matter what. Like, you could just be sitting... The people who just, you know, sat in their living room, like, that you want to look your best still.
Oh, yeah.
Like, go
that's
out
still
with a
what we did.
bang.
Yeah, that's what we did. I had like a velvet bodysuit I got for Christmas.
I saw that.
It was very much lesbian.
Yes.
I loved it. I felt like a little...
You did. You took it. You made a TikTok, and I was like, this bitch. I was like, she's
Yeah.
ready. Like, I could just tell, like around 8 p.m. when everyone was, like, posting their, like, pre-New Year's Eve shit.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, who's feeling it tonight?
I already was.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't,
Yeah.
when I get ready and I look really good, like, I can't stop looking at myself. And then I, like,
Oh, yeah.
listen to music, I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah. Like, okay, so this past New Year's was, like, the 5th year in a row where literally I had someone be on, like, boob patrol because I literally, for some reason, always have, like, problems with, like, you know, my tops, and it's just like, okay, I'm about to have a big old wardrobe malfunction right now, so I'm just like, looked to my friend Izzy, I was like, yo, you're on boob patrol. And I feel like bustier girls, you know, have that problem. Like, it's just like, okay,
Can't
shirts
relate.
don't fit. Shirts don't fit, like, right-ish, so you just gotta, like, you know, be cautious there. But when it turned midnight, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Everyone's about to see titties tonight. I don't even
Right?
know. But, yeah, that's New Year's. Guys, anything else you want to share? Just final thoughts about that?
I had a really good New Year's this year.
Good, yeah.
With my awesome girlfriend.
Good, yeah.
It was very wholesome. Usually I come into New Year's very fucked up, like blackout. Not good, I was like, I don't remember a lot of my New Year's, but this
Yeah.
one was it was just chill and
Yeah.
it was nice. Like, I was getting tired before midnight even, and I'm like, who have I turned into? This is not me. Because, like, every other year, I'll be up, like, at clubs or somewhere until, like, 4 or 5 in the morning.
Dude.
Or concerts. I would do concerts a lot.
Yes.
That's so
Oh,
fun.
that's
Back
awesome.
when that was a thing.
What
And
concerts did you like? What kind of concerts did you?
so I used to be very much into, like, EDM.
Amazing.
And in Rosemont at the convention center, they would throw like an indoor festival called Reaction.
Oh, I've
And
heard
they
of that.
had, so it was like EDM artists and then rappers too. So I would go to that. It was 2 days, like the day before New Year's Eve and then New Year's Eve.
That's sick.
And like all of my friends would go, but then they like canceled it out of nowhere. Like once I don't know. I think like my junior year of college, and
Gotcha.
after that it was just kind of like, well damn. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Like, what am I supposed to do for New Year's now? Like, that was like the
Exactly.
plays.
Yeah,
Damn,
that
sounds
was
fun though.
It was like 3 years. It was a thing to do, and then they just kind of like were like, yeah, we're not doing it anymore. So
Oh, how
went
dare they
back
do
to-
that?
I know, how dare they?
It's so rude.
Yeah, I'm still not over it. Honestly, Reaction, you messed up.
R.I.P. Big sad. But anyways, moving on to our next topic. Kate, you are a fan favorite here in the Quarter Life Happy Hour. I literally have
Aw.
people say that they particularly love your
Really?
episodes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
No,
so sweet.
seriously. Like, I have a listener who, literally, like, I have never really, like, even had a full conversation with her, but she, like, loves my podcast.
Aw.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love my podcast too. But she like loves the show, and I was really drunk when I actually had a full conversation with her. I was like, oh my god, like what's your favorite episode? And she was like, I really love the ones with Kate.
Oh my god, that's so
And I was like,
sweet.
wow, oh my god, she's gonna be so happy to hear that. And like, of course, like Tiffany and Sabrina over in my daughter podcast, Messy Talks, like love your content too.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
they just
that's
think you're
so
real
nice.
as shit, and like I'm like, that's my friends. Like, I don't know
Aw.
anyone who isn't real, but yeah, you're
Right?
just, yeah, you're killing it.
Thank
So
you.
just waiting for you to have your own show at this point.
Ooh, that'd
Oh,
be fun.
Give me a
Right?
second.
Right? Well, yes, I have a little announcement. So, yeah,
Amazing.
I'm a lesbian.
I told her to sing it.
I'm a lesbian. So, yeah, I kind of, this is a very recent realization for
Mhm.
me. But, because I feel like with quarantine, too, and, like, coronavirus, everyone's done, like, way more self-reflection than I think they planned to do for this year, and also had the time to do some self-reflection.
Sure.
And I mean, obviously, like, getting into a serious relationship with Casey has, like, changed a lot of my views on, like, relationships and, like, who I'm attracted to. But, yeah, I kind of, like, figured it out. Because there's a lot of heteronormativity where you, like, it's assumed that because you're a woman, you're supposed to be attracted to men.
Mhm.
Then also, too, like, I've seen TikToks, like, she'll say she loves, like, she's into men, but then she likes these characters, and it's all these, like, very feminine men. Like, Harry Styles is always the one people go to. Like, I was obsessed with him. Yeah, a lot of the men I thought I was attracted to were either super, super masculine,
Yeah.
which is a thing, or they were super, super feminine, which is also, like, the, you know, dichotomy of, like, women's attraction. You either go for, like, the super, super masculine guy, because that's what you think you want, or you go for the very, very feminine guy.
Definitely.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I remember, like, you coming out as bisexual, like, towards the end of college was, like, a huge thing for you, especially,
Yeah.
it was, like, really prominent in, like, your senior thesis and, like, all this stuff that you, like, put out there, so I guess, like, what really, like, kind of clicked with you that was just, like, okay, maybe, like, there's like, bisexuality, but then there's also, like, just straight up, like, this is what I want.
I think I was just in denial about not being attracted to men because, like, for so long, like, I wanted, like, the white wedding and to be with a man, and me and my other friend who's bisexual, we would talk about how, like, we really, 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 when we were younger, wanted to, like, have the stereotypical, like, fairy tale ending with a guy, but it wasn't, like, I would, like, imagine wanting that, but it was very superficial, and, like, I didn't actually want to be with a guy. And I remember when we met too, I was like, I'm never getting married, like, I'm never doing any of this. And I don't know, it just never really, like, fit. Like, I was seeing this one guy January of last year, and he was, like, super, super nice to me, like, super, like attractive, very fit. Like, it should have made sense, and it just didn't. And I felt really bad. And then he told me how much he cared for me, and I realized I just didn't like him. And then the guys, I didn't even see any really. I saw that one guy who was...
Yeah, that was a weird moment.
That was a weird time.
Yeah, you like told me and Katie, you were like, I'm talking to a straight boy. I was like, why?
I was also confused. It was
a
weird time. It was Scorpio season.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It happens.
It happened.
It happened. But yeah, it was just like a lot of things. Basically, I realized that like a lot of women, they like being desired by men, but they don't actually like men.
Okay.
And that was part of it too. I liked being desirable, but I didn't actually want to be with them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, from what you told us, me and Katie, about a certain DM you got, you're definitely still desired by men, it sounds like.
Yes. You know what's weird too is like me and Casey will talk about this sometimes. Like we'll post stuff like us fully dating. Like I think you can tell we're dating.
Like unless you need to like put it on their foreheads.
Yeah.
Like lesbian couple
right?
over here. Like come on, guys.
And then like people will ask us, they're like, "Are you guys dating?"
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
it's like yes.
Like
yes,
you
we
wouldn't
are.
ask a co-ed couple, a male-female couple that,
No.
like,
Yeah.
are you dating? And, like, it's weird. Like, it's
I
weird
think
that people
with
still do that.
girls, it's because, like, it is normalized to, like, kiss your friends, you know,
Mhm.
like, or even make out with them at parties and stuff like that. But, like, I have a picture on my Instagram because, like, my family was, when I came out, I'm bisexual,
Mm-hmm.
very much didn't care. They're like, do whatever you want, like, very cool people.
Amazing.
And so I've always had, like, my friends, too, like, very supportive and everything. But, I lost my train of thought.
You're good.
It's okay.
What was I talking about?
We were talking about yeah, I lost also the train.
Oh my
of
God.
thought. We've both lost the plot.
The plot's like, no, like how on Instagram, like, it's so, like, normalized.
Yeah, so I don't really, like, try to hide. I don't have anything to hide, so I had posted a picture, like, you know how it's very common to do, like, the multiple pictures on Instagram now? You gotta do a little swipe. So the last picture was us, like, kissing, like, romantically, like,
Yeah.
and people still were like, oh, are you dating Kate? Like, are you guys together? Or, like, oh, that's so cool. It's just, like, I know you, like,
It's like that scene from Rent.
Yeah.
It's sisters, we're close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people just, I don't know. They can't figure it out for some reason.
Interesting. Well, I think that's really a really interesting part about, like, you know, society too, because I feel like people don't ask that about, like, male relationships either.
Yeah.
Like, it's always the female relationships where they're just like, they need to know, like, they need to be in your business type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think also too, like, I talked about this in my thesis, like, bisexuality is really fetishized because, like, kissing women is, like, usually a, you know, desirable thing from
Mhm.
men. So, like, I think when people see us, they also want to know because they're trying to fetishize us. And I don't mean they're
Yes.
doing that on purpose. A lot of it is, like, you know, internalized. Like, I had internalized biphobia for a while because I just, you know, didn't want to be gay. And now I'm a lesbian. And I love being gay.
And that's on growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is on growth,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm very, very happy. I haven't been this happy in a relationship ever.
Yeah,
so.
I do have to say, so when Kate walked in, y'all, like, I literally, like, obviously, like, so her, Casey and John, like, all came in at the same time, and, like, the first thing I saw was just, like, it was, like, angels around Kate's fucking head.
Stop.
Like, she is glowing. She looks so happy, and, like, I've been friends with her for, like, 4 years, and, like, this is, like, the happiest, and, like, I don't want to say clean or pure even. I just want to say, like, just shiny.
Thanks.
Like, you look shiny.
Thanks. I feel like myself finally.
Like, you just,
know?
like, look at you. Like, I'm so proud. And, like,
Thank
I was like, that's what makes me, like, super happy more than anything. Just seeing my friends thrive and seeing my friends grow. And I feel like seeing you, like, the growth that you've accomplished even in the past year, like, makes almost every bad thing okay.
Yeah,
at the
no,
end- in
it
the end.
does.
Yeah. So, yay, I'm just really happy about
Thank
that.
you. I love
Look at
you
her.
so
She's
much.
so happy. She's so happy
Sorry.
that I'm happy for her. It's, like, weird. She's so cute. I can't with you. But, I mean, well, in comparison, you did go for some pretty shitty people in the past, so I'm
Yeah.
really glad that Casey is able to put a smile on your face,
Yeah.
and I can see
Aw.
why, because she's cute too, so.
Thank you.
Watch, at the end of this episode, I'm about to be gay. John's like, wait, really?
Hold on.
No, I made out with too many men on New Year's, so we're not going to talk about that at all, but
No,
whatever.
we're just gonna
Okay.
skip right over it.
Yeah, what did I say? Nothing. But, so, wait, I actually don't know this. How did you guys meet?
Okay.
Oh, God.
So-
You can tell.
So, okay, I'll tell. So, Casey posted on her Instagram story that she was bisexual, and I literally,
how'd you know each other?
Okay,
before?
Okay, you go, you tell it.
We went to high school together.
Cool, okay.
And I'm a year older than her in school, but my birthday's in August and hers is in October, so she literally is the same age as me, just like 2 months younger.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But, so, then now you tell, like, about
Okay.
Mariano's.
Sorry. So, her best friend worked at Mariano's, and I knew her, and then I knew of Casey because I would see her post, like, Casey and stuff, and, I thought Casey was very attractive for a long time, and I, like, just decided to follow her, because, like, Casey's very, like, very beautiful, very intimidating, very tall, like a stallion. So I was very, like, nervous to, like,
Girl,
follow
she
her.
is. I was like,
right?
Oh my god.
Right? She's
Little bit.
amazing. And, so I followed her, and I would, like, comment on her stuff sometimes, too, just to, like, put it out there, And then she posted her story that she was bisexual, and I was kind of just, like, nervous to, like, slide in, because I feel like sometimes it's also stereotyped that lesbian women are, like, predatory and kind of, like, just kind of, like, go in there and, like, when they shouldn't. But anyways, I was like, I'm just gonna do it, like, fuck it. So I, like, slid in. I was like, hey, would you want to, like, go on a date? I think you said, like, would you want to hang out or go to dinner?
You said get drinks.
Okay,
and I
get
was
drinks.
like, yeah.
Okay. See, no, getting drinks, that's the key, like, phrase.
Right?
Like, yo. Because hanging out is too, like, ugh, ew, hanging out. But then going on a date is, like, oh, God, like, that's too serious.
Right, that's what it was.
Like, it's just, like, getting drinks. It's like, oh, casual, cool, fun, we'll see what happens
If it's
type energy.
good or bad, you got drinks out of it.
Exactly.
And that's perfect.
You got to go somewhere, at least. This was when, like, things were kind of still open again, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
things closed down, I think, like, a week after, like, we went on our first date.
Where'd you go?
Yeah.
We went to Cortland, right?
Cortland's Garage.
Yes.
Lincoln Heights. It's actually one of my favorite bars in the area.
It's one of mine, too, actually.
Yeah. It's fun. But it was funny, too. Right after, like, I slid into her DMs, I literally, like, chucked my phone across the room because I was so scared of being rejected. Because I really thought you were so cute and cool, and, like, I was like, oh, if she says no, I'm going to be so sad.
I
But
want someone to talk to me like that.
Yeah, like, I definitely
Boys, what are you doing?
I knew who she was, and, like, so I had talked to my best friend, the one who she worked at Mariano's with, and I was, like, questioning, like, I've kind of, like, known that I was into girls for a while, but I never really, like, thought much about the labels. I was just like, whatever, like, I did a lot of the same things she did, like, hook up with girls at parties or make out with my friends, and I was like, I like girls, like, but I just, like, never, I don't know, like, I just would get weird about, like, coming out with it on social media, because I was like, it's my business, like, I feel like my close circle knew, and then one day I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I was going to do it on National Coming Out Day, which was sometime in the, like, beginning of October-ish. Yeah, I was going to do it, but I was I was on my way back from a road trip with my dad, and, like, it didn't have anything to do with that, but I was, like, in the car on Instagram, and I was like, should I post this story about it? And I was like, no, I can't do it. Like, not at the right time. Like, didn't feel right about it, but then the night I did it, it was, like, I knew, and I was, like, ready, like, me and my friends were sipping some wine, like, kind of got a little loose, and she slid in right away, and she was like, hey, do you want to get drinks? And I was like, fuck yeah. I was like,
perfect opportunity.
Like, yeah, I was like, I would love to.
Yeah, it was like one of those, like, perfect opportunities where it's just like, okay, the fates finally decided that this is right.
Yeah.
And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I know.
Right?
Amazing. Well, Kate, I'm really proud of your growth, and Casey, you too. It sounds like you, like, had quite a journey, like, kind of, like, going from, like, an insecure, like, straight girl to, like, a flourishing woman.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
I always love seeing that. But moving on to our next topic here, so, Kate, I know you know how I feel about certain types of just, relationships I've been in, flings I've been in, the men I attract. Can we agree that it's slightly tragic?
it is. A lot of white boys for Davida.
Dude, I was on TikTok.
Yeah?
I feel like every one of my podcasts has to have me being like, so I was on TikTok, and I saw this TikTok. Bailey wanted to kill me last episode. She was like, Davida, shut up with the TikToks. I was like, okay. But no, for real, I was on TikTok. And I saw this, like, pub crawl Krakow thing. So it was like, you literally apply for it to work for it, and it's just a bunch of pub crawls in Krakow, Poland.
Oh,
and,
okay.
like, I guess these 2 girls on TikTok did it, and it was, like, free housing. Like, you get paid to live in Krakow for a month.
Oh, shit.
And I like, texted Tiffany. I was like, yo, like, why am I, like, considering this? She was like, we're not going to Poland, Davida. And I was like, but I'll fall in love there. And then I'll get my heart broken. It'll be great.
You want a nice Polish boy?
Dude, ask Kate.
Kate, is Polish your type?
It's like...
Or is it just you like white boys?
Okay, yes. I do like that. Yes, I do. But I like white boys, but, like, it just so happens that I had a period in college where I was just, like a time frame where it's just, like, every guy I hooked up with, like, the last name ended in ski. It was crazy. I was like, are y'all related? Like, are you, like, it's like one of those things. So I was just like, okay, I clearly have a type. That's crazy.
Okay, but
That's
also,
crazy.
I'm Polish. I'm a ski.
I get along with Polish people so
yeah,
well,
no.
though.
But there's
Yeah.
so many Polish people in Chicago. Like, the Chicagoland area is, like, where
I gotta
think
move.
the most Polish people migrated. So, like, everyone here is Polish.
That makes sense.
So, I think that might be your reason.
That might be
Nah.
why. Yeah. No, I mean, I full-on dated a man who had family in Poland, spoke Polish, like, the whole thing.
Who was a piece of shit.
Yeah, we don't speak about him, though. He was married. The tea, I know.
Yeah, big T.
Yeah,
big
that's
T.
why I'm, like, scared to get into relationships, because who knows? They could be married.
They
No,
really-
they could be married.
Yeah.
I didn't
could
know
be
for 9
married.
months.
They could have kids.
Yeah.
They could be divorced and you don't
Yeah.
even know. Divorce is better than married, though.
Yeah, divorce is better than
'Cause
married,
there's
but
still
divorce
a lot
comes
of
with a lot of
blame.
baggage.
Yeah, a lot of emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, men have their girlfriends break up with them in middle school and never get over it. I can't imagine, like, dating a divorced man.
A
Right?
divorced man, them talking about, not my ex-girlfriend.
My ex-wife.
My ex-wife.
Like,
Yeah.
I know we're at that age where it's, like, you know, mid-20s. Like, that is doable. That's possible, I guess. But it's still, like, bruh. Like, if you
Yeah.
already failed a marriage, like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I do have a guy friend who's kind of in that, like, bro. But, like, he was also in the military, so it's like...
Oh, military people get married
okay.
when they're 15.
But
It's fine.
still,
Yeah.
like, I've had other girlfriends of mine that got involved with him, and they're just like, yo. And I'm like... I forewarned you. Like, you knew what you were getting yourself into. But, yeah, it's very much... I feel like being a divorced individual that's still in your 20s, it's kind of a hard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. Well, I guess where I was trying to go with this was, like, guys, like, did it ever, like, occur or, like, click to you almost that it's just, like, not, like, these guys, like, make me happy that I'm gay and attracted to women, but it's just, like, did you ever have, like, conversations with certain types of guys where it was just, like, I don't want to deal with this?
Yes.
Like, because I
Short
know
answer.
I do on the daily, like, literally every day, but I
Yeah.
still am just, like, I know what I'm attracted to and such, so it's just, like, this is, guys, this is the only moment where I will say guys will be guys and let it slide like that,
Yeah.
but, I mean, if your, like, sexuality is, like, you know, if it's already wavering like that, then you're just, like, okay, this is why I don't want you.
Yeah, so I used to go for the indie boy, like indie, a little bit.
Is that a good thing?
No, because it's funny because indie feminine guys. I've also seen stuff on TikTok where like guys wear nail polish or wear skirts and kind of like look like queer bait people and like lure like women in, thinking like, oh, I'm a safe person, like I'm a safe space, and they're like still like homophobic and whatever. Anyways, I used to go for like the indie, you know, like woke guy sometimes.
So the people in our major.
Yeah, basically. And what I don't like about those guys is they'll literally gaslight you into, like, thinking XYZ, and it's just, I don't know. I don't like the whole pretentious thing. I'm just very glad not
English
to deal
majors.
with that ever again. Yeah, I don't know. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Whenever I talk to, like, a guy like that who's just, like, clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about but thinks he does, that just makes me so
Ooh,
relieved.
yeah.
Like that one, you know about that one guy I saw like right after my ex who literally I needed like a little detox after that for a while. Like he was like nice, but just a lot of psychological evaluation needed for that one.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, for me, it's more or less like when I came out more recently, so I feel like I've definitely dealt with a lot of fuckboys. Like guys who just did the like absolute worst things to me and like also gaslighted me, and it was just like like, what the fuck? Or, like, I'd meet a guy and he was, like, perfect at first, and then, like, once I got into, like, a more intimate relationship with him, it's like they flip a switch, and it's like they're a completely different person. It's like, okay, well, what just happened?
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, since I've come out, a lot of guys, like, especially, like, even telling, like, guy friends, like, they just, like, can't wrap their head around that I am, like, I would rather be with a girl right now than a boy.
Yeah.
Like, I am so much, like, more, I wanted to get a girlfriend. Like, I was like, I want to try that out, see what's good with it and everything. And it's been great, don't get me wrong, but a lot of guys will be like, really? Like, they just, like, can't get it wrapped around their head that I don't want them. And that, like, I don't want another male. It's just, like, y'all don't have much to offer. I'm sorry. Like,
it's true.
not for me, at least. And, like, that was just that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong here, but, like, I feel like if you come out if you come out pretty recently, like, guys will just be like, well, I mean, why didn't you give, like, this a shot, or, like, this a shot with me, or, like try dating me, maybe I can, like, change it.
Oh, no.
I triggered that. I knew I was gonna do that.
Guys know not to try that with me, though, because if you try to hold a whole flip the switch
It's true.
thing, I'm gonna fucking tear your head off. Like, I'm not about that.
Yeah, no. Guys that think that that's still okay to say to anyone. Like, people that think that's okay to say.
It's to the point where, like, if I want to pursue you, I would have already had pursuing you, so just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah. They can't let it go. Men can't, I said this, I think, in the last podcast, men cannot fathom that you are not attracted to them. Like, they just can't get over it.
No.
Can't get over it. I remember your one friend could not stop DMing me. And literally, I posted a picture with Casey, and he was like, "So pretty, Kate." And I literally was like, "I'm in a relationship now with my girlfriend." And he was like,
"What?" I never said my friends were mentally okay. I just said they're thriving.
So yeah, I feel bad, like, putting him on blast, but yeah, I felt bad for him because I was literally like.
Well, nobody knows. You can't be doing that.
Right. I know. And
read the room, babe.
Yeah, it was just, not good.
No.
Not
Well,
good.
Kate, really quickly, like, tell me about this one DM you sent me and Katie, and probably Casey too, from this guy from your past who, like, constantly kept.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember telling Casey about this because I got so mad.
Yeah, she was mad.
She was, like, enraged, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, babe, fuck.
I was like, well, the
Fuck
straights
him.
are at it again.
Yeah, so this guy, well, you know how you said, like, you can't tell sometimes if a man's, like, actually with someone or if they're lying to you? So this guy, I think, was in a relationship the entire time I saw him, but I think just, like, lied about it and was really strategic about it. Anyway, so I saw him freshman year on and off, and he was just a piece of shit and, like, kept going back to his girlfriend, or I don't know, I think he cheated on her definitely with me, but every year, every couple months, he would just, like, pop back in and, like, say hello, and I just would be like, oh, I'm with someone, or, like, I just don't want to fuck with you right now, like, fuck
right
off.
now, yes. That's a key word. Sometimes you want to be toxic.
I will say, there were some times in quarantine, I was a little toxic,
Really?
Anyways, but, so anyways, he, like, recently slid in, and I just got, like, he, like, requested to follow me. He didn't actually DM me. But I was just like, oh, I'm so fucking over this man. Like, thinking he can just, like, pop in, and then I'm like, it was 4 years ago. And we literally had relations, like, one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not even fully. I was like, nope, can't do it.
See, that's when guys come out of the woodwork, though, after it's been, like, a long time, and you've only had one night, and they're just like, what about me? I'm like, what about you?
Yeah.
We just talked about this. Or the fact that, like, you'll, like, be like, all right, I'm over a guy, they pissed me off, whatever, and instead of apologizing and letting things get back to normal, they just let, like, a couple months go by or a period of time and then just pop back up.
Yeah.
No apology, nothing, and they think that's their way of apologizing. It's just letting time pass.
Yeah.
Like, no, fuck you. Go back to where you came from.
Literally.
Go back in your cave because you're a
straight
terrible
lake,
person.
the straight swamp.
Yeah. And I DM'd this man. I told him that. I was like, if you ever contact me again, I will literally, like, tell your ex-girlfriend or, like, your current girlfriend everything, like, you know, you've done. And I said, like, I'm in a relationship now, like, with a woman. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And I did some little like the sparkle emojis.
Emphasis.
I literally use those ironically and unironically. Like I love them.
I do too.
Like they're just so much multifaceted, the little sparkle ones. You can use them seriously, you can use them sarcastically. Anyways, so I said that, and he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He was like, I wasn't trying to do anything, blah, blah, blah. You DM'd me like last year, and I was just curious about why. And I was like, bro, why are you so fucking thinking about me?
Last year.
Yeah,
I got red-handed, and he didn't want to mess things up with his...
And he tried to switch it around and make it seem like you were the one in the wrong.
Yeah.
Ah, classic.
It's like,
was he a
bro.
Capricorn?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is like he was in oh my god. So he was in like ROTC or whatever, like some sort of
course he was.
Yeah, or like National Guard, and
Lord.
he ended things with me in 2016 because he thought he might get drafted when Trump was elected. And
That was standard.
And I was like, you are gonna that's your big excuse that you might get drafted for our maybe president who is now our actual president.
But like still, it was just
It
like
sounds like you saved yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Well, obviously I upgraded significantly. So
right. I mean,
yeah.
I remember like this guy and honestly just like ROTC, ISU. You're pulling out red flag after red flag,
Right?
sis. Like it's just not helping.
Yeah, every time I saw men, it would be red flag, red flag, red flag. And I was like, oh, I don't see them.
Yeah, it's like, so I'm going to use this fun little metaphor I have here. So it's like, you're looking at guys, and like, back in college when you were like attracted to them and stuff, it's like, the red flags were there, but you were colorblind at the time, so they didn't look red.
Yeah.
They didn't look red, they looked green. They said go for it.
Someone
Go.
said it. I think I saw a tweet. It was like, those red flags look awful orange and yellow when you zoom in, like, they're going too fast in the relationship.
That's so true!
It really is. Like, I've definitely looked back and been like, those were all red flags that I completely and utterly disregarded.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
why? We don't know.
I think we all do that though, because like we want to see the good in people at first. Like that's how you don't end up alone. Like you
Yeah.
have to give people chances, but at the same time, it's like you got to be fucking cautious. That was one of my goals for 2021 actually. Like be fucking like if there is a red flag.
Cautious
Done.
and picky. Just
Yeah.
be picky.
Yeah.
Like, know
Yeah.
your worth, and when they start with the bullshit, you just gotta...
Peace out.
Got dip.
It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off.
It really isn't. Like I think I'm realizing too. Like I was always scared to cut relationships off because I was always like fearful that I would just like never talk to them or never see them again. But it's like at the point where it's just like I don't want to be a dick, but even people in my life, everyone is replaceable.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Literally.
like I will always have a solid support group. Might not always be the same people, but that's okay. I'm never gonna be alone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly
So
right.
I think that's a big fear that people have, like going into relationships and stuff, and getting out of relationships because it's just like I just don't want to be alone, so that's why I'm with this person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It can be scary, but
know.
you gotta know your worth. I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do in 2021. We're gonna know
Period.
our worth here, kids. But I don't know. Is there any other types of men that grind your gears in the bad way?
Yes. So
Yes.
I literally just came up with this one we were talking. It's the funny guy who I dated one for
John hates us
Sorry.
right now.
I saw his head turn real quick over here.
I hate all men except John Saltz. Photography.
So, like, I dated this guy for 2 years who was, like, the funny guy. Like, everyone was so obsessed with him up his butt because they thought he was so hilarious. And, like, he was, like, funny or whatever. But he really, like, he got way more hype than he deserved. Not to, like, put him on blast here.
Yeah.
And he was, like, funny, but he would, like, make fun of people. Like, it wasn't even that funny sometimes. And I remember, like, we were driving over to his, like, a family party, and we were just talking about things. And I was like, you know what? I want to work on being a little less judgmental, a little bit nicer to people.
Okay.
I had to, like, tell that to my boyfriend of 21 years old. I said, let's be nicer to people. Because he was just, also, he thought he had such an elite sense of humor. But it really was just, like, a bunch of, like, memes meshed together that didn't make sense. That he thought was
the
funny.
worst. So he thought he was, like, Twitter funny, but, like,
Yeah.
not real life funny.
If
He
you have
was-
to tell people you're funny, you're
You're
not
not funny.
Yeah. And it's funny, like, one time, Jasmine and me hung out with his friends, and his friends were very nice, but, like we were playing this, like, game, this, like, catchphrase game, and they were saying all these really obscure things, and me and Jasmine just looked over each other, and we're like, this is not that funny.
See, that's weird because it sounds like he just had a sense of humor I wouldn't fuck with, and I fuck a lot. Fuck a lot. I fuck with a lot of sense. I fuck with a lot of people's sense of humor, like different types of humor. But that just sounds like just like an overdone, like you think you're funny on the internet, buddy.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He thinks he's Twitter famous with his own little friend group. Oh, I feel so bad. I got a lot of if I ever see that man again, he better be ready.
He better be ready for the fucking guillotine.
Yeah, I'll just run the other way. I'm all talk. I'm a Libra. I'm all talk. I'll like talk.
She really
on
is.
She
really is. I'll be like, if I ever saw my ex-boyfriend again, I can't because he's in prison. But if I ever saw him again, I would definitely I was like, it's on sight. Like I would probably take whatever I have in my hands and smash it over his head. And she's like, yeah, no, if I saw my ex in public, I'd run, the other way. I'm like,
no.
Babe, no.
Kate 100% would run. I could tell her that her ex was, just on the other side of the room, and she would, make us leave, probably.
Yeah,
she'd be like,
yeah.
Oh, cool, well, we're gonna leave. I'm like, I thought you wanted to fight. I came here for a fight.
Whenever
would you want to leave if we were together?
No, because then that would be nice.
You would want to show out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You'd be
I'd be like, look at my girlfriend.
Yeah, oh my god, hi, this is my girlfriend Casey.
Yeah.
So much hotter than you.
Yeah, literally could stomp you out.
Yeah.
She's so much taller than him too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he would always say he was.
Yeah,
he would always say he was taller than me. I'm like, babe, you're in denial.
No.
Casey, you're taller than some guys I've hooked up with, dated.
So I'm 5'10", and I do wear
I date you.
3.5 inch platform docks on a regular basis.
You coming out of my girl? I'll fight you.
I'm sorry.
We live in over 6 feet every day, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I have my
friend.
I have a friend that's 5'6", and she literally bought 7-inch platforms.
Fuck yes.
And I was like, Sabrina. Yeah, she's literally about to stomp around like a fucking monster, and I'm super excited for that. I was like, are you gonna fall within the first 50 seconds wearing those? But that's some power shit right there.
Oh yeah. But so I want to get demonias.
Yeah.
You know, those goth bitch bimbo shoes. I want those.
But dude, no, 100%. You are all talk. You would literally run away. But I, on the other hand, if I have to be my Scorpio moon has to come out when I'm drunk. So it's just I gotta if I'm gonna confront him, I'm gonna confront him, and it's just not gonna be cute because I'm gonna be plastered, and that's not a good idea. But it's the only way that's gonna happen.
It'd be like that
because I'd run away too. I'd be like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, that's literally my first response. Gotta blast.
Yeah.
Gotta blast.
But I mean, in my experience too, the guys have usually come up to me and I've kind of been a dick. I'm like, what? And they're like, you're not gonna say hi to me? I'm like,
no,
why?
Bitch.
Absolutely not. Yeah. And it will be a situation like that, and they'll be with their new girl or something like that. Oh, you're not gonna say hi to me? No, fuck you and that bitch. I don't want nothing to do with you guys.
Literally. So I'm gonna tell you guys just a couple really quick stories that will just make you hate men even more, because I feel
we're here for it.
I don't want people to think that this podcast is so anti-man, because I'm actually having a lot of awesome
John's looks he's giving us right now. He's wow.
John knows that I love him. He's
gotta leave, gotta blast.
Listening to male slander for the past 30 minutes.
I can't help it. I literally have 2 lesbians on my show right now, so of course the male slander is gonna be insane. But it's not always that, guys, and you know it. I love my guy friends to death, but so like I said, y'all gotta act correct.
Act correct.
Act correct. So a couple days ago, I was literally in the tub, because that's an immediate thirst trap thing, right? I'm here taking a bath, trying to relax. Here come the straight boys, just boom, 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 boom. Without me?
Let me
what?
see some.
Let me see some.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. Every time. I'm like, guys, can I just be wholesome for 2 seconds? Ever? Taking my wine and my book. I'm reading a book. Come on. But, so... a guy that I hooked up with 4 years ago.
Of course.
Rarely talk to.
He came out of the woodworks.
He came out of the woodworks, exactly. And he always does. He booty called me when he was in London. It was so weird. I was like,
oh,
yeah.
You told me about this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Were you here?
Yeah.
Were you
yeah.
Yeah. Were you gonna send me your private jet?
I was like, cool. You booking me a ticket to London?
Let's go, bitch.
I'll go for a day to experience London, and then, 2 seconds to hook up with you, I guess, because that's all it'll take. I don't know. I don't know what you want. So he hits me up, and then he was just like, what an inspiration. I was like, yeah, I'm thriving.
Oh, I
Who the
hate
fuck
that he
says
said
that?
that.
And then he was like, teach me how to be like you. And I was like, start a podcast. He was like, I'm trying. I'm like, are you just trying to start a conversation with me from nothing? And then he's just like, no, like it's really cool what you're doing. I'm like, I know you don't actually care, but I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to, like, you know, butter me up. Because the guys that know me know that I'm not all for being like, oh, damn, like, you're hot. No, like, be intrigued with, like, my conversation. Like, enjoy that. Like, actually want to have a conversation with me. His attempt was just poor. So I was like, oh, no, this isn't working. And then a couple days ago, afterwards, he messages me again. He's like, hi, snap me, I'm bored.
Oh, God!
And just to kind of fuck with him, I was like, why, LOL? And he was like...
You said, why would I even try to do that?
I said, oh, why? What do you want? And then he was just like, I don't know, you're fun to talk to. And
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
I was like, I know I am. I was like, if you're such a fan of my show, listen to it.
Yeah, then we can have a one-way conversation.
You can listen to it, promote it
perfect.
for free, like many different things.
Buy my merch. Like, if you're willing to, like, fly me out to London, you could at least buy a goddamn shirt.
Period. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't miss about talking about it. It's always so fucking dry, the conversation. Like, not all.
Yes.
Not all men.
Not all men.
But, like, honestly.
Very much so.
Yeah, so also Park Guy came out of the woodwork recently.
Okay.
I left him in 2021. I even told him that too. I was like, no more. I was like, no more. This is over. We're done. And then he drunkenly, like, texted me on, like a couple weeks ago, and he was just like, so how am I in bed? Like, guys want to
He
know.
asked you that?
Yeah. I was like, do you want the honest, God honest truth?
Terrible period.
Yeah, I was like, you're about to get the honest truth, because, of course, my Scorpio moon was out. I was drunk. And I was just like, oh boy, he's not ready for this. I was like, let me tell you something. Every time we hooked up, you smelled like goddamn whiskey, dude. Like, therefore, it didn't make me want to even touch you, because whiskey breath is real. Like, whiskey dick, of course, is real, but whiskey breath, bro.
Fuck,
That's
you
foul.
ended him.
I go and put
a
toothbrush in your mouth, and then maybe come back, and I might consider it.
Yeah, and then he was just like, okay, I know. And then I was like, I'm not done. I kept going.
What else did you say?
Let's put him on blast.
I was just like, you're just, you fuck like a 12-year-old. Like, you're, like, he's a jackhammer type. Like, he's like, like, you fuck like you're just, like, experiencing your body for the first time.
Damn! You read him.
I'm not okay. I like
no.
Listen.
I love it. It's what they deserve. They think they're so good.
I'm sorry.
It's what he had to hear.
And I even asked him. I asked him before. I was like, "Do you want me to be honest? Like, do you think me, Davita Joe? Do you think I'm gonna lie to you? No.
No, never.
No, I would never do that.
Never.
That's crazy.
He asked for it. I mean, shit.
Yeah, if you're gonna straight up ask, no cap, you better be ready.
Yeah.
I know. But those are some of my fun little experiences with men pretty recently, so I
love
thought
that.
you would just enjoy that.
Oh, I do.
But yeah, that's really it. Any final thoughts of men we're gay for, pretty much at this point?
Men we like or men we don't like?
Men we don't like.
But
like, what men, okay, well, what men do we like? I like John Saltz.
He seems nice.
I love the unproblematic man that just, like, chills and doesn't make creepy advances. And, like, no, like, just, like, is okay with being in, like, a platonic friendship and, like, that's not, like, something that's, like, a thing for them. Because some men just can't seem to wrap their head around, like, platonic friendships are okay.
We were watching yesterday, right? That was yesterday? When Harry Met Sally. And that the big thing is, like, men and women can't be friends. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What if women just aren't attracted to you?
But
like,
then it's funny, like, the whole concept, like, they're just friends, but then they end up together. In
literally.
The end. I think, as classic as that movie is, it, like, ruined platonic friendships because it's just, like, it gives people the hope that, like, okay, I could still fall in love with my best friend. Like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Well, my ex was fucking crazy. He literally would make up these scenarios, and he'd be like, what if you get a guy friend, and he says he has feelings for you? What are you gonna do? You gonna stop being friends with him, or you gonna, like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, bro, like, I have, like, one guy friend.
What are you talking about, bro?
Oh, yeah. He was also very scared I would leave him for a woman, would remind me this pretty regularly, and look where we are. Look where we are,
probably
baby.
would have anyway.
Yeah. I low-key, when I came out, I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't go into a little emotional spiral.
And he did.
I think he did. I don't know. We don't talk, so.
Oh, amazing.
Who knows? Good riddance.
Yeah. Good riddance. Peace out.
Peace out.
But no, obviously, like, I like the guys who are, like, upfront.
Yeah.
And, like, I have a large amount of respect for guys who are upfront and just, like, honest and genuine. And, you know, it's not that hard to just
Be
normal.
honest.
Be normal. Like, I feel like I'm not, like, I'm no longer begging for the bare minimum anymore. Like, it's just, like, you shouldn't have to. You should never in the first place. It's just, like, if a man is just, like, genuine and honest with you, then he's already better than most, which is sad.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it's good to have.
I saw on TikTok this one guy made like a Hello Kitty table for his girlfriend, and I was like, that's so sweet. Like, there's some very nice men out there.
Exactly. And it's, I don't know, now that I'm in a lesbian relationship with Kate, like, before I was always depending on guys to bring me flowers and, like, you know, do little things like that, and they would never do it. And, like,
unless
now
you asked.
like, now that, like, we can both play, like, whatever role we want in the relationship, like,
That's awesome.
I buy her flowers all the time, and she buys me flowers, and, like, doing it, I think, I'm like, this isn't that fucking hard, like, where was this my whole life? Like, it, like, reassured me, like, men are idiots.
Yeah.
Or the men I dealt with were fucking idiots, because I'm pretty sure I've dated a guy for, like, over a year, and I don't think I got flowers once. And I made it well known, I like flowers, like, I have a rose tattooed on my body, like, it's not that easy to put two and two together.
It's okay, girl. I dated someone for 4 years, never got flowers.
Fuck. It's just like,
and that's on period.
If there are any men in relationships here, just buy your significant other flowers. Men, women, anyone.
Just buy someone flowers.
Just buy someone flowers. It means so much. They're gonna remember it for the rest of the month. Like, if you don't have anyone like your mom, your favorite coworker, like someone you appreciate. Like,
if you buy a girl flowers, like, you're good in her book for at least 2 months, honestly.
Yeah.
She probably won't say a bad thing about you. She will never men slander will not come out of her mouth for the rest of the month, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's all you gotta do.
If you buy your girlfriend flowers, she's gonna be throwing it back at
yes,
night.
like, isn't that what you want?
Yeah.
That's what you want. I know that's what you men want. Oh my god. No, it's so true. Like, I remember I got my ex-boyfriend flowers once because
you did.
Yeah, you guys will actually enjoy this. So he came back from a trip and I got him roses and he was obsessed with Blink-182. Like, it was like
I remember.
Yeah, it was like back in like 2012 or 2013. So like he was like really into Blink-182 and I surprised him at home when he came home, and I left roses by the stairs.
Aww.
Surprised to let me know she
really
cares.
cute.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I know. I'm so fucking cheesy.
It's okay to
But
be cheesy.
that was like the peak of like how romantic we got, which is sad. But like,
I feel you.
When I did that, I was like, this is so easy and this is so fun to be creative like this.
It's so nice.
So I feel like there should be more of that in 2021. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to see out of me and the people in my life. Like, I just want everyone to treat each other better here.
Yeah. That'd be so nice.
Just be kind.
Yes.
It's so easy. Like, I know,
It's
like,
so easy.
you have your bad days, but on the days you're feeling good, just be kind. Like, do nice things for other people who look like they're not having a good time, you know?
No, I completely agree. Well, that is what we have today. That is all we got, ladies.
What a wholesome ending.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much thank you so much for being here. Like, it was actually really fun. I'm super glad I've been wanting to get to know Casey and like meet her, because all Kate does is talk about her. Y'all, not you. But like, literally, it's the cutest shit ever. So I was just like, I want to meet this girl I want to meet the people that are making my friends happy. Like,
I love that.
And welcome to the happy hour crew. Like,
it was so much fun. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I love having new people on here. So I love it. Kate, of course, you're always welcome. You're basically like in the corner,
in the
like
roster.
Happy Hour Hall of Fame at this point. So you're there. You're in it, baby. I got you. Okay. And I can't wait to have you guys back on.
Yeah,
we'd love to.
I can't wait for you to also meet our friend Katie.
Oh my God,
she was gonna show up to like listen and watch, but she had some cheer stuff. So shout out Katie, we miss you.
We love you, Katie.
But yeah, that is all we've got. So guys, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week. I have a very, 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 very special guest.
Ooh.
It is going to be a really good episode, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But guys, don't forget to follow, rate, and subscribe to the podcast. If you're on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a rating and a review, because I like reading those, and I like hearing about it, but whatever. And don't forget to visit my website. It's www.quarterlifehappyhour.com, and then check out the merch. The merch is still out. I actually just fulfilled the first order, so if you did order a shirt, it is on the way. So I'm super excited for y'all to rock those. And when you get them, post a picture on Insta so I can, show people that I actually matter.
You do
I
matter.
know. I'm sorry. I had to end that sad. I'm sorry.
We had to have a little self-deprecation in there, just a smidge.
You had to. I had to hype myself up and then be like, oh yeah, self-loathing. Anyway. All right. Well, happy Wednesday, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you next week. We're out.
Bye.